Oh, there's a fire in the street that we can't put out yet. It rises and rises and eventually takes our breath. They tell you the message, but they never tell you the truth. But we all sit by in silence, hoping we make it through. But I can't stop my hands from shaking, but I hold on to everything I can.
Welcome back to the Barn Family Cookout, Farmington, Missouri. But we got a little Wisconsin up in here. What's up, guys?
It's hey,
You made the trek down.
Yeah,
We got
6 hours of
sleeping.
yeah, Zach slept for 4.5 of those easily.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So we got Birds and Swords in the house. Micah, one of the hosts on Birds and Swords, and we
Hey.
got Zach.
My pod wife's boyfriend.
Yes. What's up, Zach? Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome to the Barn, man. We also have Mike McClanahan. You guys know his voice from all the vulgar stuff and many things in the future we'll be announcing soon. We're here. We're live. We said we were going to do this.
Glad
and
to be
man,
here.
We're actually here. We're actually doing it.
Beautiful day.
Chad, I parked over by the porta potty, if that's all right.
We do have a porta potty.
Yeah.
Got a bounce house.
Check. Check.
Okay.
And that was really it.
Apparently in that order too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's pretty early in the day, and we've already had some shots, and Zach's trying to drink some moonshine, so
Oh, shit.
and his girlfriend put a nix on that, but we'll sneak it in later.
We got some already a little bit.
And the pickles. And the pickles. Tell them about the pickles.
Yeah, moonshine pickles. Feel anything from that, or just a good time?
Just a good time. I mean, tummy's a little warm, but we're feeling good.
All right, good. Alyssa from Birds and Swords is doing some face painting on my daughter. We got Twan from Vulgar in the house. What's up, Twan? We'll get him on mic later. DJ's here from Knuckleball Primetime Third Eye Review. The Barn. Swerve Detail. Yeah. Rising Tide, yeah. We're up and running. We're on all platforms. We announced that today.
Growing out.
Yeah.
You're from Missouri.
I'm from Missouri. It is good to be home. Spent some time with my parents earlier today. Did some outdoorsy stuff. Walked up in the woods.
Yeah, you have some pretty land up there.
Yeah, it's just good to be back, man. All these huge mowed lawns. Me and Josh Lubers, you guys know Josh. We always talk about that. Every time we come back to Missouri, we're like, man, all these big, beautiful, freshly mowed lawns all the time. Everything's so green. Yeah, good to be back, though, man. And first time in the barn.
This is your actual first physical time in the barn. So here it is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's our little slice of heaven, I guess.
It really is.
We're just trying to put some creative content out there, whatever that might be. And thanks for tuning in and listening. We are live on all platforms. Follow us and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, maybe Alexa.
Hey, Alexa, maybe. Yeah.
I can't get it to work, but maybe you guys can.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So we're Milwaukee here.
Yep.
What about these Bucks?
Man.
Was that a
Love 'em.
heartbreaker?
Yeah, heartbreaker, but I mean, you got next season to look forward to, and you can't be too disappointed. They just won, and we got far again this year.
It is tough to repeat in anything.
Yeah.
They still put together an awesome
Absolutely.
season. We didn't have Chris Middleton down the stretch in the playoffs. That hurt. But
Especially he's debatably our most clutch player, so having him in those big games was really important.
yeah, it's all right. He's a fourth quarter guy, and we didn't have him. And we lost a lot of those games in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
But, yeah, me and Zach are both huge Bucks fans. I know NBA isn't around here. Man, I wish it was. It's almost like Milwaukee should have hockey, and St. Louis should have the NBA team. Not that I would give away the Bucks for anything, but it seems like hockey would work out really well out there.
Agreed. Yeah, so close to the border of Canada too. I mean,
Yeah.
you had people coming down for the games. It would work in Milwaukee.
Yeah. It's hard to take you serious with your face painted.
Yes, Alyssa started with mine. I'm a tiger.
Yes,
for those
you
of
are.
you that can't see me.
Yeah.
It's really good, though.
I feel great. I feel majestic.
born and raised in Milwaukee or Wisconsin? Or?
Yeah, born and raised 40 minutes north of Milwaukee. So just moved down to the city when I got older and loving it there.
Micah messaged me and did us a solid. My wife loves cheese. Brought some cheese down for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I love Spotted Cow beer, and you brought some of that down for us. Like, man,
Staples.
what else could we get to
right.
bring down here?
I'm pretty used to bringing the cheese. That's a pretty popular request. I got a spot that I go to.
Yeah.
So you load
Bring
up
in
the
the
cooler
cheese.
and bring in the cheese.
Yep.
That's a Primus album, I think.
Bring in the cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
My brother has a few contacts from out of state that every time he goes to them, it's a case of Spotted Cow in the trunk every time.
Yeah, man. You know, I only get it when you're in Wisconsin. It's only in Wisconsin, right? You can't even order it out.
I don't think so.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's yep.
So it's
New Glarus
exclusive
is
to
only
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin brew.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got it on tap in bars and stuff, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I love it. So I appreciate you bringing it down.
Yeah.
We are at the Barn Family Cookout. We're having a good time. We're going to get some gaming going on later, some birds and swords. You're presenting a Mario Kart tournament. And
Yes.
maybe some Tony Hawk later.
Yeah. We're going to have some prizes for the kids. They're getting their faces painted now.
They already asked about the prize box.
Yeah.
Micah had to delay it for a little bit. They got good eyes. They're like, is that a Mario in that bag?
Yeah, Mario's sticking his head out of the bag. They were very intrigued.
You know, it's kind of weird to talk about something for a month or so or start planning something and then it's actually here. And it's still cool, too, because, like, we talked about doing this and here we are doing
Here
it.
we are doing it. Yeah.
So we have most of the podcast represented here now, but we got some others coming later. I think everybody be represented. All 10 that we're running right now. Might expand that a little bit, talk about that, and make some announcements on that coming up. But
I got to make a new graphic.
yes,
That's all right.
yes,
I like it.
Yeah, the one I've got now is it's so symmetrical, you know.
yes, it is because it's like the 9 and the 1.
And the barn and then the 9 under the umbrella. Yeah.
Started dipping our toe a little bit in video, so we're gonna look to expand that. We do, I think more than anything right now, it's a lighting issue. We're trying to get our lighting right in here because we have so many windows, and we've tried to cover up a few, but we've had so many windows in here, and sometimes we record in the day and the night, so we've kind of struggled with that, but we're gonna be putting out more video content coming up. We just released Mike's live session from the barn. God is a Politician. If you guys haven't heard that yet, you got to check that out. That's one I've said it, and it's not because he's one of my best buddies. I've said it a million times. That album, actually, Brad Sexton's here. You and him basically did that whole album, right?
Yeah, I recorded that in his house.
And he did the drums, and you did everything else.
Yeah, we programmed the drums together, kind of tapped it out and, did that with the computer. Everything else, he just hit record and we put it together a little at a time, and what came out came out. Brad's a talented guy, and I've known him, probably since 2001.
Man, that guy's got a ton of talent, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's on another level.
yeah, definitely.
Sounds awesome. I'll make sure to check it out.
Is there a drum kit here?
There is an electronic drum kit
Oh, no.
here. There's an electronic drum kit here.
It's interesting.
That is interesting.
It's very interesting.
And we have a PA set up out there.
That's also interesting.
And a bass player right there.
Even more interesting.
Man. And then there's a guitarist on the way, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
And the neighbors are gonna hate me. Well, we might do it. That's something I haven't thought about.
Earlier than later on something
Till
like
now.
Beautiful place out here. I just love coming out here.
Appreciate that, man. We're so happy out here.
Like I said the other day, I just imagine you touring the house or, touring houses and going, okay, this is it. This is the one. Like, as soon as you saw this barn, I know you were like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then you had to convince Sarah.
You know, I had to have my space, right? Like my own spot.
Yeah.
I had my space as well, but
I was going to say MySpace.
No, you probably didn't have to convince Sarah too much. So,
yeah, it's been perfect for us, man. We're so happy, and we love to be able to host and do things like this out here and, have everybody out. So that's why we wanted to get a bounce house for the kids. And
Yeah.
I've kind of joked, probably off air more than anything, but my middle kid, she was more excited for the porta potty. It was her idea.
Yeah.
Like we got the porta potty almost as before we got the bounce house.
Screw the bounce house. Give me the porta potty. That's what it was.
So she's all about that. So we're having a good time. We're live.
Knows what she wants, okay?
Yeah. We're live at the Barn Cookout. We're going to check back in here in a little bit. We got some face painting going on. I'm going to start some live music here in a bit. Maybe we'll get that electronic drum set out.
Yes.
Everybody's going to be on mic at some point. So appreciate you guys coming and appreciate you guys listening to the barn, I guess.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
Sure.
Night moves.
A little too tall, could've used a few pounds. Down Lance Point's how now. She was a dark-haired beauty with big black eyes. Points of her own, sitting way up high. Way up from and high, storm rolling. Out past the cornfields where the woods got heavy. Out in the backseat of my '60 Chevy. Working on mysteries without any clue. Working on night moves. Not trying to be some teenage driving news. Working on a night move. In the summertime. In the sweet summertime, summertime. We weren't in love, oh, not far from it. We weren't searching for some pie in the sky summit. We were just young and restless and bored, living by the sword. And we sneaked away every chance we could, out in the corner in the alley in Trusty Wood. She used me and I used her, neither one cared. It was getting our share. Working on a night move. Not trying to be some teenage driving news. Working on a night moves. In the summertime. Oh, in the sweet summertime, summertime. Oh, I felt the lightning. I waited on the thunder. I waited on the thunder. I woke last night to the sound of thunder. How far off I sat and wondered. Started humming a song from 1962. Ain't it strange how the night moves, when you just don't seem to have as much to lose. Ain't it strange how the night moves, with autumn closing in.